This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie? Or not? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do I do? To decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Alright, so we can pursue the lie, we can let it go, or we can run away. Let's try running from this random encounter. No, running away isn't going to solve anything. Crap. Decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. I guess we just have to let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. And not... I screwed up what I was going to say there.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why, this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Well, there's the results screen. Huh. Wonder why it's just now appearing. Alright, ruse is up. Yeah, what y'all saw earlier was the bad ending? Well, it's not necessarily an ending, because there's no sense of finality there. It is just shown to be like a figment of Makoto's imagination. But, yeah, like, that's essentially what would happen. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, they say that's a figment of Makoto's imagination. Like, him saying, like, oh, what Kyoko did, we all just learned to get along, and then me and Hiro screwed Hina, and, you know, we had kids. But I don't know, like, what some other stuff that's coming up that could have also been the reality that could have happened. And I mean, that is referred to as the bad ending, but I mean, you get right back into the game after that, and the game kind of forces you to go down the path of letting Kyoko's lie slide. But I don't know, you'll see what I mean going forward a little. Don't know if I want to stop right now or... Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going, because there's not going to be too much left of this chapter, and I think I'm gonna cut the previous video like right at that little alternate reality thing, you know, like a red herring of sorts. Brainstorming my editing ideas in the middle of a video. Professional! Let's go. Oh hey, 111 monocoins! Root!
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
They got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Chilling words from Kyoko there, as Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Yeah. Although I'm gonna have to like really wait a few more parts before I can go over why this whole segment is just a little tiny bit weird for me. Hopefully I do remember to go over it though. I probably should leave myself a note. I won't. But hopefully I remember. After school lesson. And who said video games aren't afraid or are afraid to kill off the protagonist? Y'all played Chrono Trigger, y'all should know. Okay, maybe you haven't played Chrono Trigger. It is a popular SNES game. I need to beat it. Sorry, I just love like that little look behind and then just looking straight forward. I remember that face. Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that... yeah. It had to be. Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planned it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's in... Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't read. I'm so sorry. So sorry. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Did I do enough? Just for good measure. And Is he gone? Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling, urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. Government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope, the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah. Finally, I could feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Well, I mean, that's kind of all we have right there. Let's examine the trash first. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. You are lucky to have survived. Because you were looking like you were getting ready to spike yourself. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. More debris. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Well, alright, fine. Let's examine the big red elephant in the room. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. Ew. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. Well, like GLaDOS, he is, in fact, still alive. For making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Good crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Okay, well, let's examine it. This chapter is actually going on a little bit longer than I expected. Okay, cool. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
She's wearing the cup noodle crown. My god. She is the true protagonist of Final Fantasy 15. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not! After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Alright, well, let's talk to her then. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Yeah, that's right. I didn't say a word. Not a thing. Oh no. Nuh-uh. Negative. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Just like Sayaka. Don't say that! You didn't abandon me! No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Reason? Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least, I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? You remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they will interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us, if she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Gah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah. It's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Alright, well, let's talk to her again. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I mean, it's kind of obvious at this point. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Plot twist. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. How do you get separated from your father who becomes a freaking headmaster of a like a college prep school that's like world renowned. How is that a fact that gets avoided? Okay. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I...
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean, the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And okay, well, wait, from time to time? Shouldn't it be the standard then? Because technically you're still minors in the school? Okay, fine, whatever. I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Okay, well, fine. More plot dump. Of course, once I got to the second floor of the doors, there were no cameras and no monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of that class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and then eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. Okay, I feel this will be a good enough time to bring up what I was confused about earlier, but now I need to process my thoughts a bit, like to put this in a way that makes sense, I guess? Oh yeah, like the whole thing that the alternate ending was just a figment of Makoto's imagination. But I mean, like, even if that wasn't a figment of his imagination, that would have actually happened, because that was the mastermind's intent, to get Kyoko killed, according to her. So that's why I'm just so, like, messed up on the fact that, like, that was all in Makoto's head. Like, if that's the case, he essentially predicted what was going to be his own execution. But then he had that vision of peace after Kyoko's death. I don't know. It's just so weird, and I feel like I'm getting into some Inception shit, just trying to put this into a way that makes sense. But I don't know. I guess I'm just like stuck on the fact that that was all a figment of Makoto's imagination, when in reality, that's what the mastermind actually wanted to happen. And had Kyoko been like executed, that would have happened. Well, I mean, probably not the whole like peaceful thing at the end of, well, maybe it would have, because they had already had no intention of like killing anymore. And I guess the mastermind felt their hand was being like, what's the turn of phrase there? Okay, well, I guess the mastermind felt like, oh, they're going to be peaceful, and this girl is trying to get to the bottom of everything. I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands then, if they're not going to actually kill. Like after the whole Sakura incident. But I don't know. I feel like the more I'm trying to delve into this, the more I'm confusing myself while wrapping up certain things. I don't know, I guess I'll just have to agree to leave that hazy, like the fact that that probably would have happened, but at the end of the day, what the mastermind wanted to happen and the outcome that would have happened was all just a figment of, or at least it playing out was a figment of Makoto's imagination, when he would have no knowledge of that even happening in the first place. Oh, okay, whatever. I've just thoroughly confused myself. Let's just go on. It was the mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night, I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. Okay. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this. Oh my god! Oh my god! She is literally Homegirl from Trauma Team, whose name I have forgotten. I never put two and two together. Probably because I was mostly playing Trauma Team after I first played this game. They even got the same look going on. They're both detectives. Holy crap. Also, I should probably LP Trauma Team. That is a great game. Like, all of the Trauma games are really good. Like, Trauma Center New Blood, Trauma Team. There needs to be more. God, that's a good series. But yeah, she is... Because that's even the premise for Homegirl and Trauma Team. It's like, her cell phone starts ringing and she hears, like, the... like final moments of somebody who's about to die, and then they call, like let's say for example, like, oh, this is John Smith and he's like about to die in a car accident. He could be on the phone like drunk or something, like, hey ma, I'm on my way to the party with the guys, you know, I'm gonna crack open a cold one with the boys and it's gonna be great. And like, she could hear that on her cell phone, and then like the call ends, and then the next day they're like, oh, hey, we need your help. We're trying to determine, like, if the death of John Smith was a homicide or actual drunk driving accident. He was found dead in his car. And, like, yeah, like, that would be the I mean, that's not exactly like how the premise of her cases would work, but that's a little idea. And she would even say something along the lines of, I can hear the calls of the dead, or like the god of death before he strikes or something. They are the exact same, and now I am hype about this. God, I need to LP Trump team. Alright, yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That was the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. 100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. The end. To be continued. And we received the Dream Island rocket. Okay. I'm actually kind of surprised about this. For reasons that I will probably be getting into in 2 more episodes. Well, no, actually I don't have things to say about this. Just more or less, why is this the present for this chapter? This has... I mean, it kind of does have something to do with this chapter with what we just learned from Kyoko, but it won't make sense until about 2, maybe 3 more episodes from now. It's depending on what I decide to do first in the next chapter. But yeah, this won't become clear for a bit, but yeah, why is this the present for this? Okay, fine. Well, let's take a look at it. I am very confused. Okay, Dream Island rocket. Prove that you cleared Chapter 5. It was once abandoned on Dream Island. It feels strangely familiar. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Wow. Oh my god, and now I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's not a major thing, but all right. 2 or 3 episodes from now. 2 or 3 episodes from now. Just gotta be patient. Okay. So yeah, let's save the gamer. 5 alive. Wait, what? 5 alive? My dude, there was 6. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, right there. Why not? The ultimate despair. That's all you're getting for now. Next time, we go into the next chapter. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time for some more Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Goodbye.